Human engineers spend years studying mathematics and physics. We use computers, cranes, and blueprints to build our structures. But what if I told you that across our planet, animals are creating masterpieces of engineering that put our greatest achievements to shame, using only their bodies and instinct? Today, we meet the 7 animal architects whose constructions defy everything we know about building without tools, language, or blueprints. From underground cities that regulate their own climate to towering structures visible from space, animals don't just build shelters. They engineer ecosystems, manipulate their environments, and create functional art that has inspired human architects for centuries. These aren't random constructions. They're expressions of a biological intelligence we're only beginning to understand. Prepare to see nature not as a force, but as the world's greatest architect. Builder number 1, the termite, the climate control genius. Imagine building a structure that maintains perfect 31 degrees Celsius temperature inside, while outside temperatures swing from 3 degrees Celsius at night to 42 degrees Celsius at day. Now imagine that structure is 30 feet tall, which relative to their size would be like humans building a mile-high skyscraper. Termite mounds aren't just dirt piles. They're living, breathing climate control systems. Inside, a complex network of tunnels acts as a natural air conditioning system. Hot air rises through central chimneys, drawing cooler air from base vents. But here's what baffles engineers. They achieve this without central planning. Each termite follows simple rules, yet collectively, they create architecture more efficient than our smart buildings. Some mounds even have fungal gardens cultivated for food, making them the only non-human farmers who also build their own perfect growing environment. Builder number 2, the Vogelkop bowerbird, the illusion artist. In the forests of New Guinea, a male bird builds not a nest, but an art installation designed to trick the female eye. The Vogelkop bowerbird creates a hut up to 3 feet across with a carefully curated front lawn. But this isn't just decoration. It's optical engineering. He arranges stones, berries, and beetle shells in color gradients from large to small. He builds the structure's opening to frame him perfectly when he performs. Most remarkably, he uses forced perspective. Larger objects in front, smaller in back, making the pathway appear longer than it is. When tested, females consistently choose males with the most mathematically precise arrangements. This bird doesn't just build, he understands visual psychology. He's creating illusions to manipulate perception, a concept humans took millennia to discover in art and architecture. Builder number 3, the paper wasp, the living 3D printer. Paper wasps don't just build nests, they engineer perfect geometric structures using a material they manufacture from their own bodies. Chewing wood fibers with saliva, they create a biodegradable paper stronger, pound for pound, than many commercial building materials. But the real magic is in the geometry. Every cell is a perfect hexagon. Why? Because hexagons use the least material to create the most space. A mathematical truth humans only proved with calculus. The wasp builds without measuring, yet each angle is precisely 120 degrees. Even more astonishing, they build in complete darkness, feeling their way to perfection. Recent studies show they can recognize patterns and repair damage with matching architecture. They're essentially living 3D printers, executing complex algorithms written in their DNA. Builder number 4, the beaver, the landscape. Engineer, a single beaver can alter an entire ecosystem. Their dams, some reaching 2,500 feet long, are so massive they're visible from space. But this isn't random logging. It's hydrological engineering. Beavers instinctively understand water flow, sediment deposition, and structural integrity. They place branches against the current, weave them with precision, and seal them with mud. The resulting wetlands support them for over 50 years. Human engineers now study beaver dams to design better flood control systems. They're not just builders. They're landscape architects on a continental scale. Builder number 5, The decorator crab, the wearable architecture. Most animals hide. The decorator crab builds its camouflage. This marine architect doesn't just use materials, it cultivates them. Covering its shell with living sponges, seaweed, and anemones, it creates a moving garden that provides both disguise and chemical defense. But this isn't random decoration. Different species specialize in specific materials. Some exclusively use toxic sponges that deter predators. Others match their local environment with precision, changing decorations when they move habitats. The most sophisticated actually farm their anemones, placing them in nutrient-rich currents and moving them as needed. They're practicing aquaculture, growing their own building materials. This is architecture as wearable technology, updated throughout their lives. Builder number 6. The compass termite, the solar architect. While their cousins master climate control, compass termites solve a different problem: solar positioning. Their mounds are always aligned north-south, with thin edges facing east-west. This isn't random, it's solar engineering. The orientation minimizes morning and evening sun exposure while maximizing midday heat regulation. Inside, the structure functions like a giant lung. Air warmed in outer chambers rises, drawing cool air from underground. But the real innovation is in the construction process. Without GPS or compasses, they align to Earth's magnetic field. Recent research suggests they use magnetite particles in their bodies as biological compasses. They're essentially building living sundials that double as climate-controlled cities. Builder number 7. The sociable weaver bird, the avian metropolis. In the African savanna, a structure appears so massive, it looks like a haystack caught in a tree. This is the work of sociable weaver birds, and it's the largest bird nest in the world. Weighing over 2,000 pounds and housing 300 to 500 birds, these are avian apartment complexes. Different chambers serve different purposes: outer rooms for hot days, temperature buffer, inner chambers for cool nights. But here's what defies logic: construction spans generations. Older birds teach younger ones building techniques. The structure grows organically over decades, with some nests continuously occupied for over 100 years. They use specific materials for specific purposes: stiff grasses for framework, soft fibers for lining. They even build downward-facing entrances to deter predators. This isn't a nest, it's a multi-generational architectural legacy. These 7 architects reveal a truth we often miss: intelligence in nature isn't always about problem solving in the moment. Sometimes it's about creating environments that solve problems for generations. From temperature regulation to optical illusions, animals aren't just adapting to their environments, they're rebuilding them to their exact needs. Which animal architect amazed you the most? Could human architects learn from these biological blueprints? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. If you're fascinated by nature's hidden genius, subscribe and hit the notification bell. We reveal nature's extraordinary capabilities every week. Until next time, remember, the greatest architectural marvels weren't built by humans with machines, but by nature with instinct.